Hi everyone, my name is Alex Kinsley Bay. We're here at my solo exhibition, Iron Identity at Craft Ontario. This work is all about my hometown of Hamilton, Ontario, and the impact that place had on me and my own identity. So the necklaces you can see along here are my Views from the Pier series, and so these are direct representations of kind of the sites and places along the shores of Lake Ontario and the large industrial sectors along Hamilton's coast. And these are semi-inspired by religious vestments, so they're worn up over the chest and hang down behind on the back. And so these are my sector series, and so these are a little similar to the Views from the Pier series, but these are looking directly at the geographical outlines of the industrial sectors in Hamilton. And so these are, again, made entirely of steel, and they are colored using just spray paint and then rusted, and these also have a magnetic clasp system, so they can be easily taken off. Excuse my roach. So on this table here, we actually have 3 series of rings. We have the Emerald Street series, we have Gold for Eisen, and then we have the Yard, which is on its own. So I'm going to start with Emerald Street. So Emerald Street was inspired by a place I used to stay in Hamilton when I was growing up, probably in high school. It was a very rundown Victorian home, but it had very much seen better days. But I was always kind of inspired by the fact that it still stood proud and it still had all these, this memory and this history, and it was still, persevering kind of thing. And so these are made of steel, and then the material here is called hydrostone, which is a type of a lightweight plaster, which has been dyed by me. So in the middle here, we have Gold for Eisen, which is gold for iron in German. And so these are inspired by the factories themselves. And so I was really into this idea of these places that were kind of they were economic prosperity. They offered really good jobs, they offered, benefits, a stable life, that kind of thing. Although that has very much downsized in recent decades, they're still there. They're still kind of this important, landmark in the community, really. And it's one of the big things that Hamilton is known for, even if it is no longer, it's not an industry. And then on the left here, on my left, we have the Yard. And so this is inspired directly by one of the train yards in Hamilton. And, again, just this very entropic place. This place that's it's still functioning, it still has a purpose, but it has seen better days. That seems to be a very common theme in my work, seen better days. And so I was really inspired. And so this one is also using the hydrostone, and it has a little bit of 18 karat gold there. And here we have my brooches. So pretty much all of these are part of the series Industrial Obelisk, except this guy here is called Lonely Places. And so when I was working on this form, I was really interested in just taking it down to its most simple level, and so it's just a rectangle, it's just a box, right? And I wanted to make something that was a little bit more approachable, but still had all of that really nice textural feel that you get with these oxides and the rust and all that kind of stuff. So these are, again, all steel construction. And then a lot of them you can see on these ones here really clearly. These actually have 24 karat leaf, so 24 karat gold leaf, which has been fused onto the steel. So, yeah. So along here we have a couple different things going on. So we have the Hut series, so these ones are quite new. I finished these just before the new year. We have the Dockland series, which again I finished recently, and the Monument of Industry, so a little older series. So the Hutch series is somewhat of an interesting story. So there's I'm just trying to remember, on the east side of Hamilton, along the lake, there is a little fry place called Hutch's. And right near it in the water, there's these enormous breakers for the waves, right? And so those are all made with building rubble and industrial, things. There's a lot of rebar, a lot of big chunks of concrete and stuff like that. And I used to love that when I was a kid, climbing all over that, which is questionably safe. But that place really stuck with me. And, it's kind of a place that I think a lot of the people I grew up with really recognize, is those big, huge breakers. And so that's what that series is about. And this is made with the hydrostone, and then I have the steel wire running through it as rebar, and it's all been done. So the earrings, Docklands, this is a relatively recent thing. So I was on a photo trip down into the industrial areas, and there's all these shipping containers, right, which are always just the brightest, boldest colors for whatever reason. But I was just always really interested in there's these very temporary decorations almost in these yards. And where are they going, where are they from, and then they go off either around the Great Lakes or off around the world, depending on how far away they're from. And I just always found that kind of like a really dilapidated, whimsical nature. It's a very, I was quite inspired by it. And then Monument of Industry is, again, so these were made similarly at a similar time when I was kind of coming up with the basic idea behind Industrial Obelisk. And so it's just about really narrowing down the form and just trying to find this, what's the simplest way I can get the point across? And so it's just kind of supposed to be these big monuments to this industry, this steel, this iron, this rust. So, yeah. So thank you very much for coming to view Iron Identity, and I hope you'll have a chance to see it in person as well. The show is on until August 14th here at Craft Ontario, just along Queen Street. Thank you very much.